There's no advantage one gains when sustaining two faces. The disadvantage of being two-faced, you can't be in two places. Who races against the law of physics, applying logic? Can't avoid being destroyed by Wild Child, so why dodge it? When it comes to dropping freestyle, Wild Child front and center. Like Jack Nicholson in Laker games, time for the pack to enter. An atmosphere where most record labels be making clones, pre-programming the artist, so it's like, it's all about making bones. I'm the type of MC to drop rhymes with the unexpected. And with some stereotype of rhymes, that's mad unpredictable. The type of artist, pointing MCs to try to be the hardest. Props to the Jackson family for the influence they taught us, cause I can rhyme. Oh yes, I can. A spontaneous freestyling rhyme. I just concentrate on my ish. Cause I got props to get. Yeah, for the new year, I swear this rhyme be read when you hear a mad lib drum bass kick snare. Wild Child, compile styles down for your ear. LP for you and yours, loud and clear. Don't believe what you believe what you believe, and end up being those MCs who believe in. Don't believe what you believe what you believe, and end up being those MCs who believe in. Resolution, this is my New Year's resolution. Spontaneous freestyles are the solution. Yeah.
Crazy hip-hop, and don't stop. Crazy hip-hop, crazy hip-hop, and you don't stop.
Hello everyone, here we are back in the studio, and I hope you're enjoying the show, and it's quite humbling being here and listening to such great music. But we're going to play you now some of our experimental angel-headed hip-hop, which is spoken word and rap. You listen to Welcome Sci School, and the first number, our album is now on iTunes, just on from the 20th of February, and it'll be available in all the shops, and you can get it through the genepool.co.uk CD and digital. And now we play you the first number, which is the Prelude, and I hope you enjoy it. Listen up, it's very interesting. Nice one, thank you.
There, you see, I mean, the world of space and time and matter and energy, the world of creation and destruction, the world of psychology. I mean, how do you get out of this? I mean, if you don't break the back of the ego, you're lost. And if you don't practice contemplation, there will be no liberation.
Welcome to Angel-Headed Hiphop. Tales from the throne.
Street wisdom and heavenly minds.
Televised statements will hell if I've made sense, but then who's to say? Cause sense is subjective. Throws paralyzed perspective on a wandering mind, mission to surround the collective. Sent straight to me as brainwave data, stored in the memory banks in my head to retrieve later. Like a mind wave, trying to move past that to see the bigger picture. This electric city on a karma coma. Shut down syndrome, there'll be another donor. Revelation act, putting fire to the coals. Cause there is always hope and it lies in the pros. Belief systems rigged up to sky cable, to take another rebel and elevate the table. Another myth to satisfy the fable. Brain switched on, illumination enabled.
On all the time, right? That's okay. That's a prelude to the album, and it has the voice of Aldous Huxley, the great writer and thinker, and the rap was by Riverstyx here. Thank you, Riverstyx. And now we're going to play you the first song of the album properly. It's called Invisible Strings, and the music is by Riverstyx, and the voice is mine, of course. So I hope you enjoy it. This is Invisible Strings. A bit of poetry.
$23,720 days, roughly. Time well spent, even in the dark sections in between. But isn't it always? Yes, no, memories with a data stream in binary code, with held strings and wolves, like your face still in preserving balm, wrapped up in the edges you held up to the light. Right, wrong delusions equipped with a long-lost incomplete verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, repeat, changes into colors and shapes. Minutes, days that make a soul retreat, solitude, desperate attempts to join the metal in a fusing tune designed for you. And you'll hear it even if you don't, and you'll see it even if you can't. He, she said this, that, expect nothing. That's the one thing wrong. The town and the city, life in indistinguishable moments that are over. Even if travelling time space allowed would serve nothing but tempting as it is. I have no further ignition in the car lighter, even on the motorway as the combustion continues. But I'm still in the car, and as time contracts, scar tissue dries and leaves, and as memory becomes instinct and physical, the mark remains. The connections, the transmissions, based on time and significance. I know the thoughts that dance right through your nerve endings. And even though we will most likely never reconnect with old truth, the invisible strings with tin cans tied to each end still work and only need tightening. I have the same wolves in my transparent sheet I hold up for you. I have the strength you don't. You shared the glue I keep in a pot on a shelf.
Hope you've enjoyed that. And is the mic on a little louder? And that's Invisible Strings, which you played you a snippet of. And we've got the next track is called Jungle West 11. And it's for three voices, and it's the writer Brian Barrett, who wrote The Road of Excess, and it's Riverstyx and I. And it's a tribute to the Ladbroke Grove of 30, 40 years ago. And here it is, it's Jungle West 11. And I hope you enjoy. And our competition, before we play that, we will say that whoever wants to enter the competition is, what is the name of the first album from Roots Maneuver? And you get a signed copy by both of us of the new CD, Headed Hiphop. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this Jungle West 11.
Tra-la-la, fiddle-a-dee-dee, it gives me a thrill to wake up in the morning in Notting Hill. When I came out of prison, the grove looked like the Garden of Eden or the carpet of Allah. Everyone was on acid. People looked at each other without excessive suspicion or calculation blinding their eyes. There was an ambience in the air, guided by the aim to emphasize relationships rather than things. I felt that I was meshed into irrelevance, beyond the petty hassles of the everyday, patched into something of lasting significance. The movement. Just a few months ago, the psychedelic vibe ran through the grove like an electric river, fell on the inhabitants like enchanted rain, poured through their nervous systems like nectar, and sprayed forth from their genitals like fountains of elixir gone wild. In the last half year, life has suffered a series of disenchantments. Yesterday's careless pleasures have become today's addictions. Alcohol, speed and downers are the drugs of the moment. Instead of peace and love, hate and violence crouch in the doorways, while fear knots shoulders ready for trouble. From under the arches of the motorway, old drunks with bleary eyes and slack mouths smile up through the apathetic haze.
Strange asphalt, a jungle jungle, a concrete jungle with westways and motorways. Every city has its quarter that is avant-garde, that is new. A great, thriving ghetto of people from all over that inhabit the grove.
Still the same old pirates cruising to Portobello. Lee, who sailed with me through the shark-infested cafes of Soho. Jamie boy waving the joint. A familiar barracuda nodding in the doorway. And always the piranha police gliding through the depths on rubber scales. Ever since my first trip, I've been convinced that the salvation of the world is at hand.
Strange concrete jungles, motorways stuck in the field, in the depths on the rotor pay. Movement, music on the element, kaleidoscope thought matter meshed into irrelevance. All hail to the maze like tripsic, mother tongue cold modes, ever so cryptic. Nighttime.
Well, that's a great rap from Riverstyx, the rap poet there. And I hope you're enjoying. This is our first album. And we'll just tell you something. Riverstyx lives in West London, in Ladbroke Grove. And I'm an elder from the counterculture movement. That was a former hippie, and we're into alternative society and alternative things. And this album is a homage to the Beat Generation, a generation of writers and poets who experimented with jazz improvisations in San Francisco, New York, in the late 40s and 50s and the early 60s, before the hippies came. So there's a little bit of slice of life and a slice of history in this album. And now we will play you the next song was recorded in the studio with me and Howard Marks, Mr. Nice. Many of you might know of him. And we had a spontaneous thing where we were just in the studio and had the musicians there, and nobody knew what was going to happen next. Howard said, just let it roll and see what happens. So we've got here 3 men in a boat, and it's just a spontaneous rap, and I hope you enjoy it. Play it, Riverstyx. Nice one. Thank you.
Tell a man from the east from a man from the west.
A man from the east is like a man from the west. Tell me, Howard.
You must only ask one question.
One question?
Yes.
Oh, but I want many answers, Howard.
Okay, I'll give you many questions and one answer.
And one answer?
Yeah.
What can I do with one answer?
What? Answer many questions.
Hey, we're in some magical land.
But you have to imagine you're on a boat.
On a boat?
Crossing a river.
Crossing a river.
With your father and your son.
Ah, I am every man.
You have your father and your son. And you're driving the boat. You're the only one who can drive the boat.
Yes.
But only 2 people can get to the other side.
Oh, only 2, and there are 3 of us.
You have to throw one off.
You gotta throw one off.
Yeah.
Oh, such a
one?
Which one?
And I tell you, you're a man from the east or a man from the west.
Well, I am a ferryman. I am every man. I am here. I am birth and I am dead. And so I must go.
But no one else can handle the boat.
Oh, yeah, life is full of woes and sadness.
You throw the boat off?
Throw the boat off? Just to save my life.
No, to stop you having to make a decision.
Thank you for the inquisition.
But which would you throw up?
I would throw up.
Your father or your son?
That is the same story my grandmother used to ask me. Who did you like better, your brother or your sister? And I used to say both.
Which would you throw up?
Which would I throw off?
Your father or your son?
Or your son? I am my
One has to go.
son's father.
And your father's son?
Well, I don't want to put my father.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That's a snippet from Three Men in a Boat. And we had a lot of fun doing it and trying to catch each other out. Well, we got 2 live gigs in March. The first one, March the 10th, is at the Inn on the Green in Ladbroke Grove under the flyover. It's a nice venue, and we have a live band, and there'll be dub DJs and visuals, and should be a good evening. And it's only £3 at the door. And on March the 20th, we're in Camden in the In Spiral Lounge, and we're having a soft CD launch there, and it's free, and it's a really beautiful place. It's not too big. It's a lounge, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So if you're in London and you want to come, please come along, and we'd be pleased to meet you, because we have a live band that plays with us. And we will play you now the next track on the album, which has a sample from Motown, which we acquired, and I hope you like it. It's a great tune, and we did it in a little studio near Ipswich, and it's called On My Way. And it's me and LeeHarris and Riverstyx. Enjoy. I am drifting through the hazy pastel shades, feeling, sensing, knowing the vibrations all around me. How else can I describe this level I'm moving on? I'm on my way. A vagabond at the mercy of myself, on the trail that lies before me, moving along my way in this most mysterious day, still journeying along, wailing my own song in this dusky dawning of this great morning. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, I say.
We can see the eternal landscape, the mountainside trees sitting 1,000 miles high, sipping Chinese tea. Thoughts ponder on the world, the sands are 9 degrees. A beautiful glow for trotting, our time is made for me. A view to be taken in, to trace a path to place your feet. Leaves infuse the sense on top of the mountain, I retreat. One land empowered glow, eyes viewing the swirling sea. Point of origin unknown, as we carefully pick the leaves. 1,000 lamps are shining, the tale of Genji told. Heaven pool and dragon well, hillside of Eagle Old. Down amidst the motorways, totem telegraph poles. Live the glowing inner city life minds and never seen souls. Recycle of things, the invisible string sound. The June tune resumes whatever silos they bring round. As astral cars reverse, attached to rubber bands. A seismic shift of oceans into mountains made of sand.
Who cares where I go as I drift to and fro, never knowing when to stop, as I'm always saying hello to all you fellow foes who know the way it goes. Give me slack to unwind, and who knows what I'll find, jumping all around, shaking up the ground. Man, I can feel that I'm on my way, on my way, I say.
Salute, a new dawn, a new day, and whose way, never mind, just soothsay, a roomy moon stay, a loony tune fade, constructionized view of a sunstruck shoes, in a homesick blues and our materials. I'll shut up and eat my cereal.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That is On My Way. And we have a winner for the competition, for the Roots Maneuver, the name of the first album, and it's Grace Kettle. Thank you, Grace. That was very fast. And through Lady Buzzcat or something, we will get you a signed copy of the new CD. And we would like to say hello to Rizzy. Rizzy, thank you for listening, Rizzy. And nice to have you there. And I hope you're enjoying the show. and we will hope just enjoy. And we have a really great song here. We have on the album many great guest artists. We have JC001, who's played with Nitin Sawhney, and he's with Le People de la Herbe in France, and he's a great rapper, and is an icon in the Portobello Road, where I work, and Riverstyx, and we all hang round in the Grove. So these are tales from the Grove. And we got here JC001 singing Back in the Bella, and I hope you enjoy it.
Back to the Bella. Straight out 9 and straight there. Sun in splendor. Straight past it, it's not my Bella. I'm bad for it. Straight past it. Don't take risks. You're not doing. That's the Bella, the Portobello fella. You make 'em understand that it's cool. Hardcore, man, maybe Mella in the gutter. Listen to the top hole and flutter on the market stall. You can buy what it wants, y'all. Do you need some more incense, apples and pears? It doesn't matter what, and then you have a couple of beers. The sun is splendid, the Lonsdale and the gold. The tourist star traps like the finches and the you hold. Ground floor, what's more, castle, market started. Mal, whatever, bring the grub from the grain shopper. In the inn on a green, know what I'm saying, Hatcher? What you mean it's called the Fat Badger? Last week it was a Carnarvon Castle. Last week before that it was the Bear Bar. Week before that it was a week before that it was a week before. Bugger, let's go down to Pelican. Back in the Bella.
Back in the Bella.
Brand new antiques.
Back in the Bella.
How many handbags?
Back in the Bella.
We both love the Portobello Road, and we love the throng of the market, and every man and every woman from all over the world, and the market is full of magic.
Drifting down so mellow like a fellow from Portobello. Well, you don't understand nothing in those words, there's no hell. They push it past us, man, yummy mummy. It doesn't matter, it's gonna get a bit of a scrum, honey. Lost a kid, catch her back outside the electric. That's it when you look at the tourist risk. Sitting outside, gotta be seen, it's Portobello, know what I mean? I'm still sitting in on the green. Magic movements, moments of madness. It doesn't matter, tidings of greatness and sadness, badness, all wrapped up in lives that we have to live like the fella, the prince, the princess of Portobello. One consideration, one nation, so many people, combinations of integration. What equation can represent what we are? Just the people of the Portobello. Back in the Bella.
Don't you mean Portobello Road? Back in the Bella. Back in the Bella.
Back in the Bella. Back in the Bella.
Don't you mean Portobello Road? Back in the Bella. Back in the Bella.
Back in the Bella.
Yes, that was Back in the Bella by JC001, and the next song on the album is about the summer of '68, and I was there. I was a foot soldier in that wonderful, strange summer, which you might have heard about. It's part of history, where everything was very strange and anarchic, and we did this track and we played it at the 40th anniversary of the Summer of Love last year at the Roxy Cinema and Bar, and I hope you will enjoy this. It's called The Summer of 1968, and it's a slow one without beats. Enjoy. It's atmospheric.
In the late summer of 1968, it was a strange time altogether. The spirit of the time was rampant with discord and mayhem. Mayhem and Mao's little red book jostled with the embryonic reality of a cybernetic age. Angry anarchists vied with whacked out weirdos, reality freaks versus space cadets. Pass the liberation and blow your mind. We were on a freewheeling roller coaster veering from sexual liberation to spiritual upsurges, helter-skelter from drugs and rock and roll to macrobiotics and yoga.
Music and mathematics, this outer inner space journey we are undertaking. Absolute silence. Has there been a greater master tape ever?
It was the moment to smash the clocks and arrest time. Revolutionary fervor was running amok. Radical situationists were storming the barricades in Paris. Students and the dropout homeless were squatting empty properties. There was violent demonstrations against the war in Vietnam, in Europe and elsewhere. In the USA, black power erupted into race riots. At the end of August, the Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia laid waste to the dream of the Prague Spring. Wearing a flower in your hair and saying far out, man, as sure as hell didn't endear you to heavy political heads.
Outside of main metaphysical, scientific, recreational currents, trends which will manifest themselves even more clearly in a short while, reaching those cosmic regions where liberation is not a conference item, but an experience out of which all future action has to start. Go home and get liberated. Try the next step.
That's a snippet from the summer of 1968, or the summer of 68, and we're very excited. We've had 32 people winking at us. Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying it. And if any of you want to look at our MySpace, it's myspace.com/one word LeeHarris Meets Riverstyx, STYX. So do look on there, and you can buy the CD or digital from thegenepool.co.uk. It's just on, and this is fresh and new. We've invented a new genre, an angel-headed hip-hop, some fresh and vibrant sounds, and we've gone a different route, and I hope you're enjoying it. And the next one we have is written by the music is written by a Japanese friend of mine called Pop, or Tatuji, who's in Japan at the moment, and I did the words, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Golden Sun. So listen up to the hip-hop. Thank you.
I am a sacred warrior. I am the land of the great eastern sun. I am an authentic presence. See the tiger. I am a warrior of meek. See the tiger, sinful in his prime. See the tiger, he likes his body. His bouncing sensitive rhythm. I am a warrior of meek. I am kind and gentle. I am a sacred warrior. See the land of the great eastern sun.
Thank you very much. And we hope you enjoyed that. And we had a nice little rap there to the station manager. It was really nice to meet him, and it's amazing to be here at Phatbeats.net. And I hope you're enjoying it. Wow, we've got a load more people winking at us. So we're really excited. So thank you for staying with us and enjoying our album, which is something new. Rachel, big up your show. Here someone says, that's Rizzy, is he? Iffy. Right, thank you. Iffy, yes. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and we're honoured to have Lady Buzzcat here in the studio with us. I've known Lady Buzzcat for about 7 years when she was quite a young girl. She's very young and beautiful at the moment and radiating, but I've known her in the Portobello Road for a long, long time, and I've enjoyed her company always. It's a pleasure to be here and to play our exciting new sounds, which we've done quite a few live gigs and people really like it, so I hope you're enjoying it. And this is the first time we're in an urban studio, and we're really great. And this next number, which is... Alton. Okay, Alton. Nice big one to you, Alton. Nice to know you're listening and can feel your lovely presence. And here where we experimented and did a homage to the Beat Generation poets and writers, which some of you might have known of, and they did jazz improvisation and spoken word, oral messages and spontaneous things. So this is the Fall of 55, my tribute to my counterculture heroes, the Beat Generation. So listen up, there's a bit of history here.
Time was a revelatory and illuminating experience. Simple links to my counterculture heroes of spontaneous mind who captured my spirit. Jack Kerouac, Michael McClure, Allen Ginsberg, William Burroughs, Neil Cassidy, Gary Snyder, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, Gregory Corso, Philip Lamontia, and the San Francisco Renaissance poets. Out of the psychological rubble of America, out of the bowels of this bustling, hustling city, emerged the angel-headed hipsters, ushering in what Norman Mailer later called the first wind of a second revolution in the century, not forward towards action and more rational, equitable distribution, but backward towards being and the secrets of human energy.
Well, that was the Fall of 55, a snippet with some lovely jazz. You can feel the smoky atmosphere of the Bay Area of San Francisco on that wonderful evening in October 1955, and it's Allen Ginsberg did Howl, his poem, and was prosecuted for obscenity and was published and became one of the most famous poems. And the word angel-headed, which is in our title of our album, comes from Ginsberg's use and Kerouac's use of the angel-headed hipsters, and we give thanks to them. And we'd like to say hi to the East Massive, I think it is to our friend Terry. Can we go? Yes, Terry. Here we are to the East Massive. Thank you, Terry, and I hope you're enjoying our interesting new sounds. And we will tell you a little about how we came to do the album and experimented and just organically came about. And the next song is called Time is Art, and it's a rap by Riverstyx, and a great rap and a bit of my commentary on the counterculture in between. So I hope you enjoy it. Do let us know. We're honoured to get your messages and your shouts, and a great pleasure to be here with Lady Buzzcat and Riverstyx and myself. So give thanks.
A unique gathering to demystify human violence in all its forms, the social systems from which it emanates, and to explore new forms of action. The convergence of technique and art, work and play as forms of transformation. Then the creative imagination would become a productive force, and a form of reality based on the sensitivity and sensibility of man would emerge. Society as a work of art.
Higher text, raise the alarm like the beakers for all the non-believers. Raw dialects from these 5 quid speakers. Sound sketch, random out of space gramophone. Louder state standalone. Escapism for true heads like Midas grin and no hands for touching. Such things have no use to me. I refuse to be. Follow yours truly to say, cause there is now no more room for rap cliches. A bunch of vagabonds sang a song made for merchandise. I rehearse the wise with her supplies. Head to roll, cold flow as the bell tolls. They can sell their souls while I dance around a totem pole. A candid fascination with flutter sky dialects. Weep soul, be prepared for the butterfly effect. Assimilated like one mind ball dreams until we wake up. Get out of bed and smell the coffee beans.
All education today is more than teaching and learning. It is therapy, political theory and practice. Social and sexual and political changes are uniting, causing a transvaluation of values. One who can break through the lies and hypocrisy of mass communication.
Change up, reflect, whose line is it anyway? Temple bold, direct, cruise time like it's many days. A penny phrase, I'll introduce you to my stomping ground. With giant speaker phase, we begin to shout.
Great song, Time is Art. And I hope you're enjoying them. And sorry we can't play more, but if you'd like to hear more, you can go to iTunes if you have. And the CD will be out soon. Or come to the gigs if you're in London, to Inspiral, but by the Camden Lock. It'll be quite crowded, but it'll be an amazing party. And we'll be playing some dub as well and reggae. So to show we've got many different styles, and we won't be playing it, but our DJs will. And the next song is has a friend of mine called Cozzy, who had rapped in Canada, and I met up again with him, and in fact I was with him this week, and he's does martial arts, and I met his teacher, Sheikh Mohammed, who's from Indonesia. And I had one of his powerful healing massages, but that's enough of that. This trap is called Don't Hate Create, and it's an Eastern spiritual track, and I hope you like it.
Money,
energy and light.
Hip-hop, rap, rhyme, rhythm, poetry. Down with LeeHarris, we're one family, one love, one nation. Under a groove, yeah, on the mic with the chill sound of doubt. Like the heart chakra, Jara star. Moving on this rap like a Tai Chi master. You get on me and jar with the style, you know. The spiritual kid, kick in the higher flow. Respect, you know, to the one love. Destined to grow within and above. Eternal wisdom like a Chinese martial art. Transformation in the dark.
We are part of the cosmos, we are part of the street, we are part of the people, we are part of the town, we are part of the city.
Check the Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, welcome to the Dharma. Rhymes designed to cleanse my bad karma. And when I'm on the mic, yeah, you know I do it right. It's time to unite, forget the fuss and fight. Well, it's great spirit, there's no need to fear it. It's the music, so get right near it. So you hear it with peace and unity in this 21st century, my friend. I got the funk like a shouting monk, yeah. LeeHarris and Kazi down with a trance funk mode. As we episode, like a ninja, we decode. Like the Matrix, yeah, we be the rhythmic rhyme, rap, neo poetry, but the one, the eternal sun. Yes, you know, we reach up to the great one.
There's no theory, no answer except you. Let the light in. We have eternal roots. We have cultural
roots. That is Kazi. My good friend Kazi, who does Silats in the martial arts school, and
big up Kazi.
Big up Kazi. Nice to hear you on there. And we have now a love song called Butterflies, and I think it will explain itself. And I hope you enjoy it. And it's a spontaneous song. It just came out of my head. Without any words. There's lots of these songs here, spontaneous spoken word things, oral messages, and nothing was written down. And they just put the earphones on, listen to the electronic beats and experimental hip-hop from spiritualized beats from Riverstyx and just flow out. So this is Butterflies, and it's dedicated to Brigitte.
Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. You are my lady. You are my love. You are my joy. You brought me butterflies and wild gardens. Love of my life. We met on a Saturday in the throng of the market on the Portobello Road. You were a hitchhiker, a backpacker with your sheepskin coat, and our eyes met. You saw me and I saw you, and something happened on a Saturday, yes, in the marketplace on Portobello Road. Yes, we did. We were strangers, our eyes met, and something happened. And I wondered if my dead mother had sent you to me. Well, we went for a walk in the park that evening. We had a drink and a smoke, and we did a movie. And you stayed the night. And by the Monday morning, I noticed you hadn't packed your bags. That you were there to stay. And and you stayed. And I didn't know you. You were a stranger, and I found you were my enemy's daughter. We were to break all bounds. We were to be two lost souls. Gave me butterflies, fritillaries. You gave me love.
Hello, I hope you enjoyed Butterflies to Brigitte, who we wrote the song a couple of summers ago, and Brigitte got ill and is no more with us, so we enjoy listening to it. And we'd like to thank and give a shout to Black Mask in Paris, France. Thank you, Black Mask. Big up to the Urban Studios, some good hip-hop going on here. Big up to the UK. Thank you, Black Mask. Nice to hear from you in Paris. And we've played you nearly all of the album, and I'm going to give you just a little anecdote about the next song. We decided to do one song for peace, and it's got the words I share, which is peace, by the Baha'i tribe in South America, because I was in the carnival in Portobello Road, and I dressed up as I share with doves on me. And when we were doing it, we wanted the word for peace in Hindi. And we went into an off license, and we asked the people if they were Hindu, and they said yes. And we said, what is peace in Hindi? And she said, piece of paper, piece of this. We said, no, peace. Well, she put us on to her boss from the Punjab on the phone, and we said, what is peace? And he said, Shanti, Om Shanti, and now I remembered it. So I hope you enjoy. It's our song bringing peace and happiness all over the world. Don't hate, create. This is Peace with Adana's voice in the background. That's my daughter, my young daughter of 20. And I hope you enjoy this anthem to peace. And may peace be with all of you.
Peace, Pax, Shanti, Asher, Asher, Pash, Shalom, Salam, peace on earth, peace in harmony, peace in justice, peace in love, peace of mind, peace and freedom, one planet, one love, one time, a share, peace and love, peace and harmony, peace and justice, peace and freedom, peace and love, peace of mind, a share, a share.
Peace on earth. Peace and love.
Peace on earth.
Yes,
One planet, one love,
one people, one time. Thank you. Thank you. That was from the album Angel Headed Hiphop. And we hope you will like it. Something different, something fresh and vibrant. And now Lady Buzzcat is going to ask us some questions.
Yes, indeed. We're going to do a little interview right now. First question on this list is, how would you describe angel-headed hip-hop?
Yeah, I'll start off by saying it would probably be... Yeah? Can you hear me? It's kind of like a fusion of various elements musically, from hip hop to trip hop to jazz to trance to African rhythms, and it's just a fusion of that put into a pot, stirred around, and given to people to try.
Yes, that sums it up quite nicely, and it has elements from round the street, and it has homage to the Beat Generation, the poets of and songs about the counterculture of the 60s and the love generation and the rave generation. So it's got quite a lot of interesting things. It's quite deep inside, even if we're bigging it up. Yeah, nice.
Fantastic stuff. Also, we'd quite like to know how Lee did actually meet Riverstyx.
Yes, because we come from different backgrounds, and I have a shop in the Portobello Road called Alchemy, where I met Rachel and where I met Riverstyx, and here am I'm in my early 70s, and Riverstyx is in his mid-20s. So we brought together two different cultures, different ages, and we blended it in, and I hope it makes a successful album. And to show that whatever age you are, you're never too old to learn and to do new things. It's been an utter pleasure for me to work with Riverstyx. I don't know if you want to say.
Yeah, that explained it pretty well. We started off working with each other on a single, Howard Marks remix, and it kind of just grew out of that really organically over like a 3-year period. We didn't even plan to do an album when we started. It just kind of made itself. So yeah, much the same. Much honoured to work with you, Lee.
Thank you. Fantastic. Excellent stuff, guys. Right, also, tell us about Don't Hate Create. Where does that all come from?
Well, I'm not going to mention a pirate radio station, but a few years ago I was working on one in a Sunday morning and playing music, and we would sneak up to the top room, and there among the graffiti on the wall was written, I was doing some freestyling, was written the words, "Don't hate, create." And we've spread that message all around, and it's a good message. It was a lovely place to see it hidden right on the top floor of this building in East London. Yes, and it was it inspired me, the street guru. Okay, lovely.
Fantastic. That's really good, actually. I quite like that. Right, also, we'd like you to describe your influences. Describe some of your influences for us.
Well, as I've lived a long life and I've been to thousands of concerts and listened to people speak, I listened to Martin Luther King speak in the early 60s when he came to London. So that was a great honour. And I was in South Africa as a boy with Nelson Mandela. So I've been inspired by many events and many people, and have an alternative view to the mainstream of commercialism and money, and you've got to enjoy your life. And what are your influences?
Well, I'd start with my musical influences. I'd say things like alternative kind of rock, experimental stuff like Radiohead and Bjork. And then I got very heavily into hip-hop. People like Roots Maneuver, the Beastie Boys, MF Doom, Madlib, and also jazz and various other types of music. And also very influenced by stuff that Lee's told me about since we started working with each other, like poetry and the Beat Generation, and lots of different alternative types of expression. So yeah, very much appreciate it.
Right, next question on the list. Tell us about counterculture.
Counterculture is alternative to the mainstream culture. Counterculture is the things that happen in clubs that people believe. It's the food we eat. It's ecology. It's a movement away from mainstream. And the counterculture was very big in the 60s. And we have a program on YouTube called CCTV, Counterculture TV, which we do little snippets. So I hope that's CCTV, Counterculture. And we have counterculture heroes like Timothy Leary and Ken Kesey, and that'll give you a little inkling about counterculture. Google it and see what you get.
Check out our YouTube site, Counterculture TV, which is a fortnightly show with Lee talking about his influences and memories, and we're going to have very special guests coming on every now and then.
And the Counterculture TV is on youtube.com/LeeHarris Head, and there's lots of interesting tributes on there. Thank you.
And there's been lots of talk of spontaneous mind today, so we'd like to know a little bit more about what you actually mean when you talk about a spontaneous mind.
Okay. A spontaneous mind is freeing your mind of preconceptions and letting it all come out. And it came from Jack Kerouac, which is one of the great writers of the Beat Generation. And he wrote the classic book On the Road. And he spoke about spontaneous bop prosody. He was very influenced by bebop and the early music in the 40s, and there was scatter and just spoken word, and he used to write on just scrolls and just type out what came on his head. A stream of consciousness is another word of it. It's what a lot of rappers do. They just let go. It's freestyle. That's what spontaneous mind is.
Excellent. I'm not sure if we've covered this one already, but we were going to ask River about your musical background. I think you did go into that a little bit with the rock, but tell us some more.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've been producing most of my life, behind the scenes, in a studio, in front of a screen, engineering. Yeah, sorry. Okay. No problem. So I started producing for various artists around London, and developing their sound in the studios, and then actually started working as a performer myself with Lee. So I'm now doing both things, production and performing.
Well, the final question, or one of the questions, is what are we going to do in the future? Well, we hope this album, that you like it and will hear it, and Riverstyx will tell you his own album is doing, and I'm going to do an album. We're going to mix one together, and we will just see what organically comes from this. And nice to see you, and that's the studio manager. And don't know if you want to say anything on your plans for the future, Riverstyx.
Yeah, me and Lee probably will be putting out a lot of great art in the coming years, I think, on our own, but we're all going to be working with each other a lot, but we might do solo projects at the same time. My next album is going to be influenced by kind of folk, is the main influence, but along with all the influences that you've already heard, but that's going to be the kind of main thing, that, like Bob Dylan, Donovan and Joan Baez and stuff like that, which is also some of the stuff that Lee's introduced to me. But obviously I was aware of Bob Dylan beforehand. And Lee's going to be working on his solo album, which I'm going to be helping him do production-wise. We've got a lot of other producers, more of an ensemble production crew rather than me and Lee working together, even though me and Lee are going to be each other's muses.
Yes. Lovely, thank you very much. And thank you very much, Rachel, for being here and being our gracious host or hostess. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lady Buzzcat.
Thank you to you guys. It's been an absolutely wicked show, and don't forget, if you did hear this show and you missed it, and you got a mate that would have perhaps really liked to have heard it, this will be going up on YouTube in the coming days. So do keep your eyes on YouTube. We're going to actually take you through a recorded show right now. I'm going to see what I've got to play you. Right, guys, I think we're going to take you through with a bit of DJ Fresh. So we'll flick over to a recording now. Do always keep it locked to Phatbeats, whatever your musical taste, be it dance, a garage, urban or drum and bass. And thank you, everybody, and good night.
I'm alone. Me a high tide jack